The 100D has taken Canon's small DSLRs to a new level. It is pretty much a 700D in a tinier body. And today, me and Locke have been put into a different body too. Today we're looking at entry-level cameras, unfortunately. The D3200 and the Canon 100D.
Yes,
So I've got the Nikon D3200. It's the smallest in the range. Look at it, it's really quite tiny. My hands look massive with this camera in it. The biggest part of this is the sensor, which is a 24 megapixel sensor, X-Speed free. And look at it, it's fantastic, 3-inch LCD screen. But how about you?
Oh, mine is even more tinier. It's the Canon 100D, newest. It's so small, it's even smaller than yours, and it packs 18 megapixel sensor, high precision sensor, and the viewfinder is great.
Oh, the Nikon is a masterpiece in construction, premium plastic. Check it out, it's just pure quality. It's, I'm lost for words, but I keep looking at the lens. The lens is fantastic. You can see the back again, it's got all the buttons, it's easy to use. It's got little pictures on the screen to show you. I mean, even an idiot can use it, you can use it. But look, it's a Nikon, so what about you?
Oh, talking about the handling. This is the smallest DSLR. You see, I can easily put in my bag. The buttons is almost quite the same as other like 700D, and I like the grip. Even though it's so small, it's really handy. And actually, how about we take some photos of the duck?
Yeah.
Oh, this cutie.
Oh,
cutie,
duck me. That's a big duck. Ducking how? They're both essentially very easy to use, although one might find Canon's touchscreen a huge bonus for its see it, press it functionality. Alright, sorry to disappoint.
Yeah.
So,
actually,
how's a nice breakfast?
Hello.
Hello.
Actually us. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I can check that off the list. Models in a video. That's the bloody producer checklist. We've got that. We've got that done.
Yep. We can put 2 models in the thumbnail now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all we can afford. So we'll just.
Thank you.
I'll take my bag back. There you go. There's your lovely
Thank
bag.
you. Yeah.
We're cheap asses. So that's it. So that's all we can afford. Just a few minutes.
Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry. Arigato. Who needs lunch? We just spent the rest of our lunch money on some more model time. This is great.
Yeah.
It's a great idea to do that.
Oh, this is really easy to use.
This is easy to use as well.
Quick autofocus.
This is super quick. The maximum shutter speed 4,000s of a second, which is standard for the crapper cameras in the range.
This is super quick plus time too.
But not only. Listen to the shutter noise. This is so quiet.
Kind of same.
Stealthy.
And the exposure is really accurate.
Same as this. It's just typical Nikon stuff. I mean, Canon are catching up still. This time we really had to let the models go, otherwise we'd have to resort to desperate measures to get the money.
Oh, this live view really useful. Take a selfie shot. Another selfie shot. Like when I said before, like when I was a girl, this is a 18 megapixel high precision sensor Mark II. But the high precision sensor doesn't really work that well. Digit 5 processor is so much like a 700D. Oh, man in black, woman in red. What the hell? What kind of t-shirt is that? It's just ridiculous.
So anyway, this is the baby Nikon. It's not that babyish in terms of all the features. It's got 11 auto focus points. Not that many cross type, but who cares?
When I said it's almost like a 700D, well, it got live focus point, same as 700D, but it only got one cross type when 700D is all cross type. And this is burst rate is 4 FPS. Not that much. 700D got a little bit more, but
I mean, the focus is quick enough for most purposes. It's not a sports camera. I mean, you can see the specs and you'll know because it's only got 4 FPS burst rate, same as the Canon we're comparing it to. So it's not a speed demon by any means, but it's not slow by a long shot. It's good enough for street stuff when you're standing in a cool spot, getting air conditioning from up there, getting the waft of air conditioning from up there. Yeah, this is good. When it comes to the regular AF you get when using the optical viewfinder, they're both really samey. The Nikon may have 2 AF points more, although both have 1 cross type point. In practice, there's no real winner. The viewfinder isn't overly small for this kind of camera anyway. I don't know what else you need.
well, 100D got bigger viewfinder, bigger than 700D.
Yeah, well done. Nikon. You keep saying about your hybrid autofocus. Why don't we test it? Why don't we go over and test hybrid autofocus?
I keep saying it's shit.
All right. Well, let's see how crap it is.
Yeah.
Needless to say, both these cameras will be used in live view quite often. But the question is, which one is better at focusing in live view? Canon's camera boasts a hybrid CMOS sensor, supposedly to make it a lot quicker to focus in live view. Is it though? Of course, one has to bear in mind the lenses used with the cameras, but still, the Canon disappoints with its hybrid AF. Obviously, the Nikon with its 24 megapixel sensor has an advantage in resolution, but people say the higher the resolution, the worse the image noise should be. However, when you look at the ISO 3200 shots, both the Canon and Nikon are pretty much neck and neck. Bump it up to ISO 6400 though, and you'll see that Nikon has a cleaner image. Notice those specks of colour noise in the lighter tones on the Canon shot. But which camera should you choose? Which one is better? But seriously, I mean, in terms of just using it as a normal DSLR through the viewfinder, they're both pretty good actually. People do say I complain about these entry-level cameras, but you've got to love them. They're small, easy to put in the bag, light, and they take lenses that you'll use when you do upgrade. I don't mean to imply that these are stopgap cameras either. They could be your only DSLR as an amateur photographer. They do everything you need to get creative. But the thing about picking one based on what lenses you want still applies. It's easier for someone to consider these two cameras when they first pick a DSLR, but just know that it doesn't really matter which one you choose. Make your choice and then enjoy it. If you really have to ask, then the Canon is quite unbeatable as a small, light DSLR with huge functionality, and the Nikon has some quite appealing image quality. But both let you take some amazing photos. So that's a pretty crap conclusion to a Canon versus Nikon, isn't it? Oh, it's up to you. There's no best. But if you really have to ask, just buy a Nikon.